Hello everyone, so today we are going to talk about diastolic heart murmurs. Diastolic heart murmurs are heard during diastole, that is, they start at or after S2 and end before or at S1. Firstly, we are going to talk about early diastolic heart murmurs. In aortic regurgitation, the murmur is early diastolic. Its configuration is decrescendo, that is, in the starting, its intensity is maximum and it decreases continuously after that. Its character is blowing. The murmur's character is blowing. The murmur is heard best over the second right intercostal space or left sternal border. And the murmur has high pitch and low intensity sound. Next, we are going to talk about another early diastolic murmur, and the condition is pulmonary regurgitation, which is most commonly occurs due to pulmonary hypertension. The murmur that occurs in pulmonary regurgitation is Gram-Steele murmur. This murmur is high pitched. It is a blowing murmur and its configuration is decrescendo, just like we talked in aortic regurgitation. This murmur is best heard over left second and third intercostal space. Another early diastolic murmur is Dock's murmur, which is heard in left anterior descending artery stenosis. This murmur is very similar to the murmur heard in aortic regurgitation. This murmur is heard at left second or third intercostal space. The last early diastolic murmur which we are going to talk about is Cabot-Locke murmur. It is often heard in untreated anemia. It sounds similar to aortic regurgitation murmur, but it does not have a decrescendo. Next, we are going to talk about mid-diastolic murmurs. Firstly, the condition is mitral stenosis. In mitral stenosis, the murmur is of rumbling character. It is low-pitched murmur and best heard with the bell of the stethoscope. It is heard best at the apical area, which is also known as mitral area. The murmur usually starts with a opening snap, which is a high-pitched sound. Generally, the shorter the duration between S2 to opening snap, the more severe the mitral stenosis. The next mid-diastolic murmur is Carey-Combs murmur. It occurs due to mitral valvulitis that occurs during acute rheumatic fever. This murmur is best heard at the mitral or apical area with bell of the stethoscope. This murmur can be distinguished from the mitral stenosis murmur by the absence of an opening snap. Next mid-diastolic murmur is the murmur which occurs in tricuspid stenosis. This murmur has a rumbling character and has a tricuspid opening snap. This murmur is best heard over the left sternal border. This murmur may increase in intensity with inspiration, and this sign is known as Carvalho sign. Next is another mid-diastolic murmur, which is Austin-Flint murmur. It is an apical diastolic murmur in patients with severe aortic regurgitation. It is a low-pitched murmur. We are going to conclude this video by talking about late diastolic or pre-systolic murmur. This murmur occurs in complete heart block. It is a short, late diastolic murmur, and this murmur is known as Raytein's murmur. So this finishes off with the topic of diastolic heart murmurs. Hope you all have understood the topic quite well. Thanks for watching the video.